Hi, I'm Tawanda Ewing, and this is Mindful Mindfull, a series where I draw from science, engineering, and personal experiences to give you an interesting perspective on everyday life. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think in the comments.
Did you know that the planet is currently going through something called a mass extinction? This is actually the 6th time this has happened on the planet Earth as far as we know. And the last time this happened was 65 million years ago when we lost the dinosaurs. It's important to know that extinction does occur naturally at a rate of about 1 to 5 species per year. But thanks to human activity, that rate has skyrocketed to about 12 or more plant and animal species per day. So you've got to wonder, how is this going to play out? Have we set into motion a problem that might develop into something that may be too big for even the mighty human race to overcome? Well, before I start sounding like a doomsday prepper, let's analyze the situation we find ourselves in objectively and see how hectic this actually is. First, let's think about something that hopefully many of us can relate to. Imagine you had a favorite pair of earphones and you found them all tangled up with a bunch of other cables. You start working to untangle this chaotic bunch to free your favorite earphones, but a few minutes into it, it actually seems worse than it was when you started. Out of frustration, you grab a pair of scissors to cut your beloved earphones free, but obviously you're smart about it, and you make sure you're careful to only cut the cables you know you don't need anymore. Finally, your earphones are free, and you can sit back, relax, and enjoy some good music. However, the worst possible thing happens. Your phone only has 15% battery left. So I guess you're gonna have to put it on the charger, right? Seems simple enough until you realize you forgot your charger at your friend's house. All hope of enjoying good music seems lost at this point. But wait, don't you have an old charger lying around here somewhere? You actually do, but in a weird twist of fate, you cut it in the process of freeing your earphones because you were certain you didn't need it. Okay, so why did you just sit through that little story? Well, I think it can give us a little insight into what's causing the 6th mass extinction. In the story, humanity would be you, and their earphones would be whatever we want, be it better living conditions or the best technology. This means the bunch of cables is our planet, and whether we like it or not, what we want comes from it and is somehow intertwined with everything else. So what happens if we take shortcuts to get what we want by just cutting through all the things we think we don't need? Well, as the story shows, we might live to regret our choices thanks to unforeseen events in the future. Everything on this planet took time to become like this and formed a rather complex system of circular flows that were adapted to maintaining a natural balance between everything, including us. Then at some point, we used our intelligence and found ways to exploit these circular flows for our benefit through agriculture and through the extraction and processing of materials such as iron. From that moment on, we set ourselves on a path that is led today, where our lifestyle as humans has sort of been built around taking shortcuts with nature, giving no regard to circular flows that are in place to maintain balance. I mean, have you heard that at the rate we're going, by 2050, we'll have more plastic than fish in the ocean? One thing is certain from the other 5 mass extinctions. There are always winners and losers, and to be frank, it's not looking good for us. But don't feel sad though, because there's one major difference between our planet and a bunch of cables. Our planet, for lack of a better term, can regenerate and find its balance once again. As humans, we're starting to get concerned with how we've disrupted the balance, and we're making an effort to undo some of the damage that we've done. In my opinion, we may need to go beyond that. We've seen the kind of influence that we can have when we just have our own interests in mind. What would happen if we kept the interests of the entire planet in mind? We could go beyond just undoing our damage and find ways to actually enhance the circular flows of nature in a way that gives us what we want without disrupting the balance our planet needs to thrive. All in all, it's important to realize that compared to how long the Earth has been around, we're basically babies, still trying to figure out how this thing works. We can make mistakes, but as long as we learn from them, we're destined to become the greatest product our planet has produced thus far. So until next time, stay mindful and don't give up on humanity.
This video was brought to you by Umoja Urban Culture. Umoja Urban Culture is a store based in South Africa that specializes in Rasta wares and accessories. For more information, you can visit the store website at www.umojaurbanculture.co.za.